What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called. What's it called? What's it called?
Caleb, hello. Welcome to the recording in progress.
Oh man, I love it.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
We got big news over here in what's it called world. We might be switching from StreamYard to Zoom.
Yeah. We thought we'd get with the times, you know. We thought we'd
Yeah.
get with April 2020.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe it should be the past again. Big fans of the past. As white men, we really like before.
Yeah, before.
We really wanted very badly to be before, and that's why we are staunch fiscal and social Republicans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It does feel good to finally get back to what one could only call my roots.
It is kind of funny that like the best time ever to be a white man was when we were like 9. So we got to see like really, really happy adults.
Well, it was also just a really good time to be an American.
Yeah.
And one could argue, and people do, and are often correct, that right now is a fantastic time to be a white man.
But it's the second best.
It's just that you and I don't want to run around waving a flag. The flag wavers are killing it
so
right now.
lame, dude. Like anytime I see someone with a flag, so
any
lame.
flag. Yeah, man.
It's like it only is cool if you're in battle. Only.
Even if your
battle.
flag says relax, even if that's what it says, your flag sucks, dude. Stop it.
Oh, dude, it's so lame. There's just something about it that's it's the same reason I don't like if you're not riding a horse, you shouldn't be wearing a cowboy hat. It's just like you're not in a battle. Why do you have that flag?
Yeah,
Why?
dude. Totally.
I don't get it.
It is like a really funny. Yeah, like the cowboy hat one is the most common one that's socially accepted, right? But every now and then there'll be like a fashion movement in like the hip arty world.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, everybody at Bushwick is wearing like a train conductor hat. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Or like, do you remember that period of time? I don't know the term for it, but you know the scarf that is common in the Middle East?
Yeah.
That was like a hip thing for a while.
Mhm.
Like just like white dudes at bars where beers cost $11 were wearing that scarf that you see people wear in Palestine. It was just like that was the roughest one for me. I was like, no, I'm not even going to accept this at all. Man, normally I do some work, but I'm not even going to try. Fuck you.
I remember like 10 years ago, like a lot of these white dudes were wearing like high water pants and elf shoes for some reason.
Right.
You see them at the coffee shop. Oh, just infuriating.
Yeah, absolutely infuriating. It seems random, doesn't it?
I
know we're like past the era of being a part of pop culture. And so there's a certain amount of it for us, especially me, because I'm 40. That's looking being back in like, what are these kids even doing? I got like spaghetti falling out of my mouth and someone pushing my wheelchair because I can't stand up anymore from being too old. But still, it's still stupid. Remember when the fashion like 10 years ago was you just wear a bunch of shit that you can buy at a fucking souvenir shop in Hollywood?
Yeah.
It was just like the coolest people on earth were wearing oversized white t-shirts with a Tasmanian devil on it. That said like have it your way.
I think it's almost a statement like, look, I'm so hot, I could wear a bag of trash and it'll still be fine. It's like here in spite of itself. But then when ugly people follow the trend, it's just like it's not going to work. Like remember when like hot ladies were like, I'm going to dress like a paper boy from the 30s, you know? Like,
yes, I do.
All right. Okay. But you need to be hot because
I want us to, we're not exploring all of the fashion throughout history. We keep like digging back and, trying to make it vintage or whatever, but it's always just sort of like yeah, the way a paper boy looked, which was a pretty common look back then, or the way that
Yeah.
like men, there's like every 15 years, the fashion for men who are 25 to 35 becomes you look like a barber in 1918.
Dude, I hate it. I hate it so much. Twisting
Yeah.
that mustache, like
Oh
go to
God.
hell, dude. No
It's
way.
like, how does your hair part that hard? I had a hair part my whole life, and it feels like you're digging into your head with a knife.
And I'll say this: if you're, I know that here's something I know is that's gonna come up in an argument. You're arguing with your wife, and your fucking mustache. And he's like, "You said you liked it. You said you liked the twisty mustache." It's gonna come up, dude.
Yeah,
Your
totally.
fucking barber from the 20s. Look, I
Yeah,
don't
man.
dude.
But that guy's wife is dressed like strawberry shortcake for sure.
But for some reason I feel like it's different rules for ladies.
You're
you
right.
know?
Yeah,
Like a lady
totally.
wearing a pair of overalls, you see go to the coffee shop, go to a concert. Oh, look at that lady. She's cute as a button in her overalls. But a man in overalls looks like a fucking fool.
I know, dude. I feel like in every relationship I've ever had, too, once a month, the girl bought some like really specific, obvious fashion choice thing and was like, "Yeah, this is my new massive straw hat," and I had to be like, "It is your new massive straw hat," and it makes sense that you're wearing that. Yeah, I didn't want to wear a jacket anymore, so now I have a blanket with a hole in it. Okay.
But me and you,
No.
we've every woman I've ever dated could pull off a big old straw hat and overalls, and it's just cute as hell.
Totally.
But if you let me tell you something, Dave. If you start wearing a straw hat and overalls, it's over. It's
Totally.
all over.
No, I'll lose everybody's respect. I'm barely hanging on right now, dude. I wear a hat on video. You know what I mean? You know how ashamed of the shape of your head you have to be to wear a hat on a video, which is every man. We're all just like, I don't know, whatever a webcam does to a man's face. We're just like, put a hat on it.
Yeah.
It's like the international sign of I didn't brush my teeth. I
Yeah.
but I want, man, it's always like you go back to Newsies. That's always like a look that shows up every 15, 20 years.
Yep.
Barber. But I want to like, why aren't we going like, what about like 19th century prisoners? Why isn't that a look? Why like every 10 years or so guys don't wear like a black and white striped jumpsuit and drag a literal ball and chain everywhere? Like, why does other shit never come up?
Yeah.
What about the guy what is the job in like the 19th century where the guy wore an apron and a visor? I think it's a newspaper man. And I don't know why. Why did the newspaper man have a visor and an apron?
Ink? I don't
Ink.
know.
Didn't want to get ink on your shirt that you wear to work? Or is that guy that who else dressed like that was a guy who dealt poker back then?
Yeah, because the ink.
Because the ink from the poker.
Ink was a huge problem.
Yeah. Well, there was a finite amount of it. Now we have an endless amount. Yeah. You imagine how it must have felt the first time someone was handed a pencil ever?
Oh my God.
The guy invented a pencil and he was like, try this out. And the guy's like, oh my God, dude, I don't have to fucking write a sentence with a chisel or like scratching a rock in dirt.
Man, I would have never wrote shit down. If it had to chisel, never.
Totally.
I wouldn't have wrote down one thing in my life.
Tell you what, I would not have been a writer. Being a comedy writer in the time of Moses would have been tough.
Yeah, the writer's strike.
Yeah,
totally. Needs a man sharper chisels.
Yeah, totally. Every piece of paper is 400 pounds.
Everything I write gets me killed.
Yeah.
I would like to not be murdered for each story I write.
That's why we had the Declaration of Independence. The comedy writers weren't allowed to question authority. I'm gonna we're gonna throw your tea into the water until you let us write jokes about the king. God, I know. Like, isn't it
Dude.
amazing? You see those, you read about like court jesters who
Yeah.
just like, if you're not funny, you get killed. There's no way I'd be a comedian. I would
No.
absolutely rake shit until I died of diphtheria at 34.
And how, like, there's no way, like, it's barely funny. Topical jokes now are barely funny. Hey, Ron DeSantis went to the house of the and the Trump has the whoa. It's
Totally.
like not that, but like back then, there's no fucking way. Like, people are reading off chisels. No one even knows what you're talking. You're like, so the king decreed earlier. It's like, no one, the audience doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Man, you know
it's
what's
just the king, and he's gonna kill you.
right. And you know what's funny that never occurred to me until this conversation now is that is exactly what happened between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Will Smith is the king.
Yep.
Chris Rock is the jester.
Yeah.
You said, yo, the queen's bald, and the king chopped his fucking head off. Except it's now, so he slapped him. And it was exactly the same. Everyone was like, we love the king, like right after. Thank you, king. Here's a gold statue for being king still. Congratulations on slapping a punk ass bitch like this comedian that we fucking hate. Nothing's changed, bro.
Nothing does change, man. Dude, I'm not even kidding. This happened. Me and Ginny were at.
Oh man, sorry for interrupting. Also, the award he won was for a movie called King Richard.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
just
my
saying,
God.
the connections here are. I think that there is a Hollow Earth.
Something. I believe in everything now.
Yeah, totally, man. Every single thing, dude.
Yeah, if you can believe in it, it's for me.
Morlocks, I believe they're all out there, dude. You and Jenny, what were you saying?
Oh, so we were grabbing a drink. We went to go see the Dungeons and Dragons movie, and we are grabbing a drink next to the theater right before it. And I heard a lady go, "Whoa, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock."
Yes.
I was like, that's gotta be, without a
Wow.
doubt, the last person to find out.
Dude, this is it's a bit that you and I got to start doing separately, just hanging out with people, looking at your phone, just start freaking out, and then turn to them and be like, have you fucking seen this? And it's 9/11 that you're showing them.
It's just the first plane. You're like, whoa, man.
Wow. That's crazy. I wonder who did that.
Then you wait like 8 minutes. I don't even remember how long it was. Like, you're just live streaming it. You're on YouTube and you pretend it's live stream. And then the second tower hits, you're just like, whoa! Turn on the TV.
No. Yeah, everybody turn on the TV. You're going to want to see this. Dude, the morning of 9/11, you know how I found out about 9/11? I lived in downtown LA because I was going to school. I was at USC in college, and I lived in this big complex called Promenade Towers at 2nd and Figueroa. And it was 4 miles from campus. I didn't have a lot of friends that stayed there, but my friend Stacy, she was a friend, but not a close friend.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knew I was from New York. I'm not from New York City, though. I'm from New York State, an hour north of New York. This is all important information for this story, I swear to God.
It's your alibi.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
in case anyone thinks
from New
Dave
York
did
and I was in
9/11.
LA. This is how I found out. I swear. Okay.
I want to start the conspiracy theory that it was
Dave
you.
did 9/11.
Yo, Bush did 9/11. No, it was Dave Ross.
Dude, you're gonna believe this. Dave Ross did 9/11.
He was not in LA. Fucking Stacy told me.
You know what? I'll take the blame. I'll just take the blame.
Somebody's got to step up.
Look, man, they already got a guy. Half the world's blaming the president. I think I got away with it, guys. I got away with 9/11.
What's really funny is if we put this out, I think they have to investigate it. I think they've got to.
Man. Yeah, dude. What sucks is that I also dated Pete Davidson. I'm one of the and man, he's gonna be crushed. So it happened at like 9 a.m. in New York, right? And so it was 6 a.m. in LA. So I was definitely not awake.
Yeah.
And I I wake up to a phone call from my landline. I didn't have a cell phone,
Mm.
and it rang a few times, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I got up and I answered it, and it was my friend Stacy, and she goes, "Dave, I think you're gonna want to turn on the TV because you're from New York, right?" So when I turned it on, I was like, "All right, I guess I'm gonna find out that someone from the Yankees died or something," and then like
Yeah,
the most massive world event that would happen in my
right.
lifetime
There's a
was
local
happening.
news story that might interest you as a
I,
New Yorker.
I can't even believe we in LA got this story, but if you turn on any TV channel, you're going to see the craziest thing you've ever seen, and it's all about your family.
Yeah.
Um,
You might want to turn it. Doesn't your dad work for Delta? You're gonna want to.
yeah,
This is a story related to Delta Airlines.
yeah. Didn't you used to date a girl who builds bombs? You're gonna want to see this. I think it might be her.
It's like the Back to the Future. Well, listen to this.
Right, totally.
That's what Dick Cheney.
It's so Osama bin Laden is on the guitar, like
Remember that
or-
new war you were talking about, George? Well, listen to this.
yeah. Yeah, they literally it's not Osama on guitar, it's he calls Osama. It's that guy with the fucked up hand. He's like, yeah. You know that plane crash you've been thinking about? Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, I couldn't believe
Uh,
no didn't know about
What'd you do on 9/11?
I was at school and everybody I actually I felt very left out because everyone I know who was my age was like the teacher brought in the TV, we got to watch it. We got to watch it, dude. Which is like insane. Like a lot of people at my school got to watch the second one happen.
Wow. So you would have been like 11, 10 or 11?
Yeah, I was 10.
Yeah.
And all they did, this is so wrong, but I mean, I don't know, I'm not mad about it. But our principal got on the intercom and he goes, "So like literally starts it was such a weird announcement. I remember they never get on like that. It was so so someone flew so like I think he had the intercom in one hand. He was like looking at the TV like, "Hey." He goes, "So someone flew some planes into some buildings
No, dude. What?
in New York. I think we're okay." Like it was so informal and like
Damn.
off the cuff. And he really downplayed it. Really, really downplayed it. And we were like, why? It was just confusing. It was like, why? But throughout the day, like by the time we got to the next class, everyone who had it, it spread so quick, all the information. And by the time we were at lunch, people were like, it's terrorists. Like it was so fast.
Whoa.
Like
10-year-olds.
other 10-year-olds are telling me, yeah, like I'm pretty sure bin Laden immediately, I think it was within 30 minutes. Everybody was like, probably bin Laden.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, my dad said bin Laden's a bitch.
Yeah,
And
totally sipping apple juice.
Yeah, we're literally playing those things that go like doot, 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 the little finger
Yeah.
claw things.
You're totally eating one of those
Yeah.
like strawberry ice cream bars. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, they actually took flight training in Florida.
Yeah. So the first Iraq War was actually kind of kicked ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one. And then I remember somebody going, my buddy Cody goes, they're probably coming to Royston next. And I remember being 10 years old and I was like, I don't think the terrorists are coming for us. I think it's maybe LA needs to worry or Chicago. Chicago's probably like, we're for sure before LA. Like Chicago gets all proud. But I was like, not nothing in Georgia. They will not come to Georgia. I'm certain of it.
Totally. Everyone who was the most worried was the last place that it was going to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? People in like Paris, Texas, like batten down the hatches. Oh man, dude. You know what?
That would be the funniest. Like, you imagine those, like, because that's what they're afraid of. That some guy's gonna come all the way from Guatemala. He's gonna walk barefoot.
Yeah, dude.
And he's gonna cross the border do all that shit, use all the coyote or whatever, however it works, the drug mule.
Mhm.
And then he just gets to Paris, Texas, and he's like, great.
Yeah. Fuck these
Woo!
people.
Yeah.
Like that
I'm gonna
movie.
I'm gonna start a farm right next to it's like, what the fuck?
You've seen Red Dawn, right? Where
No, I haven't seen it.
where Korea attacks Wyoming.
Really?
I mean, it's not. It might be Colorado, but it's like a small. What happens in the movie is they're just like at school, at high school, the kids, and then paratroopers just like land in the recess yard of the school, and then this entire small town is being attacked by North Korea. And
I thought it was Russia.
I think in the first one, it is maybe just broadly Korea, and in the new one, it's North Korea. But it was communists at the very least,
Right.
and
they hate school.
right, and then they like put their dads in camps. Like it's really
What?
it's like really not what would happen. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely not what would happen. They would just nuke like a bunch of cities, and then we would know that was
ground
happening.
troops.
You would already be running for cover by the time they reached Paris, Texas. You don't find out that you're getting attacked first in like Lubbock. Like that's not
Right.
the nexus of the
So
attack.
they flew over all of California, no issue.
Totally. And they were like, "Oh, we like it. Man, we don't want on Disneyland. That would be fucked up." They just built that new Legoland. Man,
I hope we're on the lookout, like, I hope they're on the lookout for like a Trojan horse type thing, because I feel like that's still a great surprise,
totally.
10,000-year-old trick, but I still wouldn't see it, like if the Statue of Liberty had a bunch of French,
This whole time,
little French guys in there.
there's a tunnel from France to the middle of the, and they're like,
We're waiting.
yeah, just a little bit more time. Yeah, this isn't the time. It's not the time. Oh, that was German. I'm trying to do what's the French accent aside from ha ha ha. Yeah, yeah,
This is not the time.
yeah. This is not the time. Yeah, I can't. I can do a French accent. Is what
Somehow I
sucks.
think that, like, if you're French and you can live to be 300 if you're inside the Statue of Liberty.
Totally. Yeah, well, it's all that cheese and sex, dude.
It is so funny that we don't like France has troops. Like France is a real country with like
I
a
know.
government and truck drivers and soldiers
Totally.
and all that shit. But somehow in my head, I think every single country can fuck them up.
Absolutely, dude.
I think they're all silly men with mustaches. It's not true at all.
Totally. And just like, yeah, like horny skunks and mimes and shit. Just like
Yeah, they're not all painting at all times.
Yeah.
But my brain is so dumb that I think I could beat everyone's ass in France. And it's
that's
not
what
true.
everybody thinks about France. And that's what everyone's always thought about France.
I know.
Anytime France ever went to war, everyone was like, what are you going to do? Throw a baguette at me? Huh? And then they just like killed everybody because they're people. France won like a ton of wars, like a lot.
I know.
Like
It's so weird. I wonder if they know like what, like they would be so disappointed if they could just see the mental image that comes into every American's head
Totally.
when they come up. Because it's so, and I think it's fine because they're white. We're like, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. And they're just like, we like art and cheese, sleep. And
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 they
so-
got Nazis. They got fucking
Yeah.
and they're doing great.
they're honestly one of the most racist countries. It's like one of the only countries that is like a like noticeable portion of the populace is like, well, fuck Islam, right? In
Yeah.
America, even the people that think that lie.
Right. You're supposed to say you don't think that.
Yeah, yeah.
I am running for the Nazi nomination. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa.
Nomination. This is a French accent. Yeah, yeah. Now I got it.
Right. Everybody, no
Um,
one takes it serious, but it's like we need to
yeah.
look out. Like
My
that's my-
penis is my sexual organs, my weapon. Gilsen
I'm,
was
I think we should be on the lookout for him, because I think before Hitler, that's what people thought about like Germany. They were like, oh, they're eating sausage and drinking beer. They got wooden shoes. And
yeah, they got those
but
short
it's like,
pants on. They're not gonna hurt
yeah,
anybody.
look out, dude. I think France is the one to look out for.
Well, it's absolutely what happened too, because in World War One, that's what everybody thought, and then they like beat the fuck out of Germany, and then they were like, "Ha, we got them, little fucking bitches." And then just like the most afraid, weak of the Germans were just like already feeling bullied by the Germans, and then the Germans all got bullied, and they were like, "It's my time, it's my time." Oh man, you know what I hope? This is my theory about 9/11 is that it was spur of the moment. That's what I
Oh,
think. Yeah, I think all of the I think that what happened was that morning Osama bin Laden. I call him Osama bin
Osama
Laden.
bin Laden.
That's right. Because he's a load, dude. Man, if there ever was a cum load of a guy, it's that fucking cave dwelling, terrorism doing piece of shit. No, I think he woke up that morning on the wrong side of the bed, and he was like, "Oh, it's just one of those days." And then he fucking, you know what I mean?
It's just one of those
Everybody
days.
sucks.
Everybody sucks. Oh man. You know, sometimes
me-
everybody sucks.
Give me 2 towers to break.
I thought you meant spur of the moment, like the pilot was like, "What's that? Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh shit! I'm
turn
gonna do
left,
it."
left, 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 left. Oh man, no.
It was just the
Damn.
day texting came out, and the pilot was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! 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 Shit!"
Go, 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 go. The day texting came out. That's so funny. He's using Waze to fly the plane. And it's just like, no one reported a building here. God
Do
damn
not
it.
go in between those. Dude, you're not about to go in
I
between those.
told you to use Google Air. Dude, what the fuck? Well, yeah, dude. I was flying this way because there were cops over there.
I would love to see cop planes.
Whoop.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. All right, everybody, we're gonna have to land in Des Moines. I'm sorry. I think they think we have drugs.
We were going. Really racist, racist sky police.
Sky police. It is funny that yeah, being on a plane is the only time where you do not have access by cops, if you really think about it. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Probably
I
why
guess
you're
you-
seeing all these videos lately of these people being like, fuck you, and just like punching someone in the face on a fucking it's so crazy how people are behaving on planes.
I know. And,
Yeah,
well, there's
dude.
no all the rules are gone. It's so absurd.
I know.
Like,
And everyone's so upset they're taking everything personally.
yeah.
I went to the bathroom. This guy ate 2 of my peeps. I had a whole pack of peeps. This guy ate my peeps, so I beat his ass.
Why didn't you wake me up when the snack when it was snack time? It's like, are you 2 years old? I can't believe you're actually gonna step to this whole row for not waking you up.
You know, when I was a kid, Delta had Cheez-Its. And they didn't get him you got rid of him because of the lib cucks, you know, and now I gotta eat these vegan nuts. Yeah, no, it's always like what are those fights about? It's like masks or like
Just people will just now it's not masks anymore. It's like people will just be like, I feel like this stewardess is a bitch. It's just
Right.
that.
They're just like, you were mean to me at
Yeah.
your job where you're in the sky.
Dude, there was one where I saw it go viral where someone spilled an amount of rice in the aisle, like in the middle of the aisle, and no one would admit to it. And it caused a whole thing where like they'd get on the mic and be like, whoever spilled the rice, we are not leaving the gate until you clean up the rice. It's like 2 full cups of rice. Just
Wow.
in that like it's gross rice in a carpet. And oh dude, tempers were good. It was very, very funny. I just couldn't
Wow.
believe all adults, whoever spilled the rice, no one would admit.
Dude, that's so whack, man.
So much rice,
What
dude.
is that in people too? Like not that I'm so great or something, but I do definitely know that if I admit that I did something wrong, it doesn't mean I'm gonna go to detention or something.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Like we had a disagreement at my show the other day and we like worked it out, and included in the workout, I was like, oh yeah, I did that. I was the one that did that. And
Yeah.
everyone was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'll stop. And they were like, thanks.
Yeah, I'm so used to fucking up
I
that
know.
it's
I
fine.
always am making mistakes.
Yeah, I mean I make like every day I make a bunch
Oh, dude.
of mistakes, but it's like I don't know, some people think that if they admit fault, they will be attacked by like they have the same
Yeah.
like thought process as a wild animal. They think predators are going to devour them
I
if they
know.
admit to having any fault. It's like crazy.
I have empathy for it too, because it honestly seems like almost everyone feels that way. And I wonder if maybe it's a comedian thing. Like we just get people being like, fuck you, like so often.
Yeah.
Like
Well, we're publicly humiliated
daily.
all the
Yeah.
time.
And it's like, yeah. And if you're fans of ours, you probably don't think that's true now. But in order to get here, even if we were to hypothetically be people who never bomb, which is not a comedian that exists,
Yeah.
but let's say the perfect comedian, at the very least for the first 5 or 6 years, bombed every day to get good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that process, I think, just sort of makes you be like, well, I'm clearly trash and I do everything wrong.
Yeah. It still goes really badly at least once a week for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very
and then a lot of
bad.
the time it goes just regular, which is also not great.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that good either.
I didn't
when it
become a
goes
comedian
fine.
to have like a regular time where everyone just is okay that I was there.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't really feel good unless the crowd is like out of breath.
Yeah, totally. And like
And, like,
thanking
crying.
God that you exist.
Yeah. Everybody comes and shits their pants and dies that night. Then I'm like, man, I'm good. But yeah, it's like, so I'm used to being like, I was thinking about it the other day. I have never made a correct prediction ever, dude. Never once have I been right about anything.
Wow.
Like I thought that Hillary would win,
Mhm.
and she didn't. And then I thought Trump would win in 2020. He did not.
Damn.
It's like every single thing I've ever said, I was like, Biden's not going to win this fucking primary. Oh, shit. Well, he's no fucking way he will live long enough to. Oh,
Yeah.
he does. Well, he's fucking not going to. Oh,
Dude,
shit.
That's so funny, dude.
I've never
I
been
think
right.
the same about me. Yeah. And I always think I'm right. I never
Yeah.
learn my lesson. I'm always like, yeah, no, I
Right.
got this. And everyone's like, no, you don't. And I'm like, kind of like, fuck you. I'm kind of a dick about it.
Yeah. I like it almost makes me want to give, where I'm like, what's the point? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen with anything. I got no
Yeah.
prediction. Like now the writer strike's going on, and I'm like, I'm scared to even speak
I know.
because there's no way I'll be right.
Right. Totally.
I'm
You
not
know-
even in it. Isn't it funny that like so many of our friends are like doing good and they got
I
health
know.
insurance and shit, and but I'm like, man, I don't, I didn't even know what the problem was. It's like now it's happening, and I'm like, oh, y'all aren't getting. I guess that is fucked up.
We've had a podcast for like going on 3 years now, 2.5
Yeah,
years or
dude.
something like that. This is my 4th, maybe 5th podcast, I want to say.
Mhm.
And if there was one, I would still not be in the podcasters union. But we're not in the union, bro. And that's what I think when I watch this. I'm just like, man, it's funny. It's like, I know it's not a brag, but I am like, man, I wish I were striking right now.
Me too. Me too. I would love to be not working for a cool reason.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. It's like now we're all doing exactly what all the writers in the union are doing, which is dick, just sitting around.
Yeah. Hey,
But
speaking
yeah.
of that, we're gonna take a little break to maybe make $7-8
Hell yeah.
from advertisements.
I love $7-8.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna spend it all on gumballs.
What's it called?
Welcome to What's It Called, everybody.
We're back. Hell yeah.
That's right. We hope you liked our ad.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I love an ad, man. I love
Mhm.
being manipulated. That's what I like the most. Yeah, I like when companies pay millions and millions of dollars to figure out how to push my buttons so I do what they want. That's what I like. Yeah. I love it, dude. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's you know what's crazy? I bet they get pissed off when they're like, because no ad works when you're poor. Like when you're broke, you know, they spend all that money, you're listening to all these ads, and it's like, but you don't have any money.
Right.
It's like I've been seeing ads for a truck my whole life. I never bought a truck.
Dude.
They gotta be.
How that's such a good point. Car ads,
Mhm.
they
I
must
can't-
work.
Maybe, but they like to me it could only work if you're rich and you're seeing it like you see the ad. Oh, a Kia. It would be nice to have a Kia.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? That's how you buy cars? Look at it driving through that puddle. They always want to show some water kicking up. Oh man, it's got the JD Power and I'm not buying it unless JD Power and Associates gives it a
Totally.
little trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also like, yeah, maybe are people more likely to buy a car if they think no one lives in their city? So many car ads are like, there's no one in New York, and you have a new Volvo.
Yeah.
Let's go. Man, we're gonna race around Manhattan in the Volvo. Sometimes they're gonna be like 3 or 4 other Volvos driving around together, but those are the only cars in the whole city.
Yeah,
And then there's
makes
the
me
ads where
wonder.
it's like, get a Pontiac because when it drives across the desert, it's pretty beautiful.
Man, I forgot about Pontiacs.
Yeah, dude. The Firebird. Is it still a
Yeah.
car, a Pontiac?
Oh, I don't know. That might be over.
I hope so.
You know what's funny is sometimes I'll still see a PT Cruiser. I don't think they've made a new PT Cruiser in 20 years, but I'll see
Man,
one going down the street, and you're like, "Whoa, what?"
I know, dude. The PT Cruiser is awesome because it was like it's one of the most universally known mistakes.
Yeah.
It's like everybody knows that it was created to be cool and is the opposite of cool. It's so funny. It was just like, oh man, I love it. I love that it exists. So many people were like, it's gonna be, man, this is gonna revolutionize how cool people drive to work. And then all these people bought one, and we were all like, "You fucking loser!"
There's so many,
I know.
and they're still like, I know
Yeah,
they're
they're
supposed to be
everywhere.
like horribly, like they break down and shit. But I'm like, how is not
Yeah,
only
it's a
is
Dodge Neon.
how has it lasted this long? And you don't give a like that person does not give a fuck. You're driving around a PT Cruiser in
Exactly.
2023, dude.
Totally. I mean, nowadays it definitely means something very different. It means, well, quite frankly, it means you're kind of funny.
It means someone sold you a PT
Yeah,
Cruiser for $300, and you're like,
totally.
all right, I do need a car.
Yeah. You were about to spend $800 on a hot dog mobile, and instead you bought a fucking PT Cruiser.
At least the hot dog. I'd rather drive the hot dog mobile.
I've been
Like,
thinking about this. How do we become those people that drive the Red Bull car across the country? Uh I would totally do a tour in a Red Bull car. I feel like they give you a free car and pay for your gas if you just drive it,
let's do
right?
the Red Bull tour, dude.
Dude, man. But I would want to do it with something. The El Segundo car.
Yeah.
I still love them, even though they fucking left us.
Yeah, it
Right, boys.
happens.
I'm calling you out.
Well, at least that's what everyone does to me in my life that
Yeah,
I
dude.
care about. At least that'll keep happening.
Yeah, at least it really sucks.
Yeah. Well, at least we make less money. That's
Yeah,
cool.
dude. Our sponsor left, but at least it feels bad. So that's good. We have no bad blood with them, and also I moved. It made sense. It was fine.
Yeah,
We're cool, but
yeah.
but we do miss them. We like them a lot,
Yeah, yeah.
and it blows. So I've been
Yeah,
crying.
some things suck.
Some things suck. Caleb and I were what happened on the last day or
It
the
was
day we
something
were
like
leaving
we were
Houston?
hungover and it was hot outside and
Oh,
one
the
of our
hotel was
shows,
mean to us, is what it
yeah, they
was.
were mean to us at the hotel and they wouldn't let us check in and it was like 8 things in a row. And me and Dave were like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Well, at least we feel like shit too."
Yeah, and then it like we kept riffing, and then eventually I was like, well, yeah, at least it sucks, and
Yeah. At
we've been
least tomorrow
saying,
will be worse.
yeah, at least nothing good happened, and I don't feel good.
At least we're not getting paid enough.
And I think what's funny about that, especially, is because that's what it actually is. Every time you say at least, there's no at least.
Yeah.
You feel really bad, and then someone's like, well, at least one thing I think is good happened, and it's like, shut up. I just said I told you everything is bad, and you were like, well, at least I'm happy.
Right.
My
Yeah,
life
it's
is,
sometimes it's good to wallow, like
yeah.
not for long, but to it made us laugh so hard to just like say how bad it is, very frankly.
Totally. Well, at least everyone dies, and for me, it'll be soon. That actually, see, that's sort of not the bit because it seems like respite, but I don't want to die. I like life.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it
Yeah,
too.
I love being
I think
alive,
I would like at least 30 more years. At
dude.
least.
Man, I want a solid 150. I fucking I yeah, man, I don't want to go. I'm gonna go kicking and fucking screaming on my deathbed with brittle, empty bones. Even as a 115-year-old man, I'm gonna be like, it is not my time. I still got one good fuck in me, you know?
Still thinks he's gonna get laid.
Yeah, totally. I still haven't done a backflip. I haven't made my Sergeant Peppers. You know what I mean?
I wonder how many men their last thought going through their brain is, oh, I wonder if I'm gonna get lit. Like that's their last. I wonder if I could get one more nut.
Totally. Oh, she's hot. Like,
I would say 90% of men's last thought is maybe I could fuck this nurse.
yeah. I wonder
Just
how
like,
many
she's
men's
pretty nice.
last audible words were gross. Hey, nice legs, and boo.
Oh, so many. So many, dude.
So many, dude. By the way, shout out to the band Virginity based in Daytona Beach. I'm wearing their shirt right now.
Hell
They're
yeah.
a really great pop punk band based in Florida. Casey Crawford is their lead singer. He was a comic for a while. He's not
Nice.
anymore because this band got popular and he's focused on that. But
Yeah, a lot of comedians stop the second anything else works.
yeah,
I've
totally.
noticed.
Yeah, marriage, like anything.
Yeah, writing job, a career.
I sold my PT Cruiser, so I'm not a comedian anymore. A lot of comics have PT Cruisers.
I'd take one. If somebody's got a PT Cruiser,
Sure.
I'll give you up to $300 for it.
That's funny. Upwards of 250. Get ready. Man, so this is what's it called? Our website's what's it called
Yeah,
rodeo.
dude.
Our Patreon is patreon.com/what's it called. And we have
a new Patreoner.
Yeah, which is always so much fun.
Yeah.
We have bonus episodes on there and some other stuff. It's connected to our Discord. There's a link to our Discord on the website, what's it called .rodeo. There's a forever invite there, and it's so fun in there. Caleb and I jump in sometimes, and everyone in there is such a dope community.
That's what social media should be, you know?
Oh, you know what? This is a person rejoining from before.
Oh, nice.
And by the way, I've missed people who did that in the past. If that's you, by the way, I apologize. I would like to do a re-shout out, but the way that Patreon catalogs them, if you've already been signed up and you re-sign up, I don't get a notification about it in the thing. But anyway, shout out to Ayana. Welcome back, Ayana.
Welcome back. Hell yeah, we love you.
We love you. And we also have a bunch of stupid fun on the Patreon too.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just, if you like the show and you like us,
yeah,
kick us a couple bucks. We give you more shows.
Yeah.
And
You have any dates, Caleb? I got
Yeah,
a
dog.
little bit. I'm gonna be in I don't have the exact venues locked down yet, but I'm doing a weekend in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Morgantown, West Virginia in June.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I'm starting to
I've
do a
never
little
been
stuff.
those places.
Oh, really? I'll like send you. There's good people out there that you should definitely work with them. And
Nice.
they would have you. Columbus, Ohio, and uh Jacksonville and Gainesville, Florida in October. And so look out for that stuff. And otherwise, come to my show War Mondays at Union Hall in Brooklyn.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
War,
dude.
I'm gonna be at Go Bananas in Cincinnati, May 18th through the 21st. I'll be at Ventura Harbor Comedy Club, July 7th and 8th. I'll be at the Blue Ridge Comedy Club in Bristol, Tennessee. That'll be July 28th and 29th. And yeah, hell yeah, come on out and see your
Nice.
boy. And yeah, it's gonna be the best year of my fucking life.
I agree. You're finally gonna have a good year. Yeah. Caleb Sinan, a series of bad years.
Yeah.
So this week we are renaming Guns N' Roses.
Mhm.
And God, it's a fun one.
Yeah, I got some good ones.
I got some good ones, and mine all are thematically similar. I think I should kind of bang them all out in a row.
Yeah, dude, do it.
Okay, here we go. The first one is not like that. It's just hair idiots.
Oh, that's good for a lot. That's good for a lot of bands.
All right. So, but here we go. Guns N' Roses. Tits and fights, balls and nuts, death and chips, asses and blood, garbage and vomit, puke and money, assault and battery, Penn and Teller, and rootin' and tootin'.
Rootin' and tootin'. That might be the first name of any band, like
Rootin'
the first
and
band
tootin'.
that ever existed.
Yeah. Joe Biden loves rootin' and tootin'. Yeah. Totally. You're welcome to the Costco by Rootin' and Tootin'.
Rootin' and tootin'. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the corn pop.
Did you watch him at the jokes at the White House Correspondents'
I
Dinner?
didn't, dude. How was it?
Oh man, there are a couple of good ones, but he's really not good at them. Like he's not that good. But no, most presidents aren't good at jokes. It's not a but he he got too mad at one point. Like he got too serious. Like you're supposed to do the jokes, and he would do like 5 minutes of jokes, and then he'd get really mad.
You get really bad.
You know,
Really?
he hits every possible button. So he'll do that thing where he'll be like, I think what we're gonna do is pass the bill. He'll do that shit. And then it's out of nowhere he'll go, these are lies.
What?
Lies told for profit. You're like, why are you like he'll yell so hard.
Wow, dude.
And I'm like right in the middle of the jokes. But yeah, it was you should watch it. It's some funny it's some
So
shit.
funny, man. He's one of the things about him that makes him his sensibility is old, you know?
Right.
He's old enough to remember a time when there was just like pigs around. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like when he was a kid, there were just pigs running around.
Every house had chickens in. Every house had
Yeah.
chickens living with people.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you know, sometimes if you want to kill the pig, you got to kick the chicken out of the way. You're like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
that's the
about?
Shit it says.
Yeah,
That's the shit he says. The fuck are you talking about? Can't churn
man.
butter when you got a big dick. It's like, what does
Yeah.
that mean?
Can't start the train if the engineer's in bed. What? Jesus Christ, dude. The White House Correspondents' Dinner. As far as that event goes, he's the worst president for that.
Oh, it's terrible.
Trump is all borderline the best president for that. It was really George W. Bush because there was a little bit of sense of humor that could have been had. Like no one had any. Simon Oz was just like, we should kill Trump. Or or whatever he said.
Dude,
He-
there was Bill Clinton wasn't good at it either. There's only like one. There was one Bill Clinton one that was good. It was the last one he did right before he left, and it's crazy that he still did it after. Like, it's the biggest joke of all. You got his dick sucked, and it was the most public humiliation. I can't believe if anyone was to skip it, you'd think it'd be him, but it was right after that, and he's just still
Wow.
like, I've got some jokes here. And so he gets up there and he's like, I feel bad for these Republicans. They only got 6 more months to investigate me. And he's like, their next one is so recently I lost 10 pounds. Where did they go?
Oh my God.
And he's like, why didn't I report them to the independent counsel?
Oh my God,
And
dude.
then he goes, and how did some of them wind up on Tim Russert? And it's like, it was like a very good joke, but he's
Right.
not. Most presidents are not good at joke. They want to seem cool, and you got to be good at being stupid.
Right.
You got to be willing to look stupid.
He was
And
good
George
at
Bush was
being
very
an
good at that.
everyman. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's most
I mean,
presidents
that's
are not
that
good
Stephen
at it.
Colbert speech. Stephen Colbert is such a letdown now. Almost like I think about that speech so much,
Yeah.
where he like in character roasted George W. Bush, pretending to love George W. Bush as his character.
Yeah.
You saw that speech, right?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
It's the funniest thing in the
It's
world.
mind blowing. It's like up there with Norm on the Bob Saget roast.
Yeah.
Just like a conceptual piece that no one else has done anything like that.
I will hand it to like George Bush that he just took that. He just
Yeah.
took it.
Dude,
and
it was
that
brutal
is
too.
I don't know if I've never seen a video of a comedian doing something more humiliating next to someone more powerful. It's insane that he did that.
It was Hassan, right? That did Trump the first year
I
of
think
Trump's
so, yeah,
election.
yeah.
Was Trump there?
No, he didn't go to any of them.
He wouldn't go to any of them. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were no fun.
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
them there. It's cool. It's cool to be there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And
You should
I don't know.
try.
yeah,
But
why
saying
not?
that to Trump is very funny. It's like, you should come on, be nice. Why aren't you nice?
Well, his tone is so fucked up because it's supposed to be like light roastiness, and Trump is not capable of that, and he
Yeah.
has no interest in that. And what makes him funny is that he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So it's like his tone, it would be such a shift, and you have to follow the comedian has to follow the president. So
Right.
Trump would go out there and be like, he's a bitch. Like,
right.
and
Totally.
you can't, you know,
I'm gonna kill him.
it's not a
I'm gonna
fair
kill him.
fight.
Yeah. Dude, what are your Guns N' Roses names?
Oh yeah. So Guns N' Roses. I got Knives and Kisses,
Yeah, there we go.
Nipples and Dicks,
Oh, I wish I'd known you did the same thing as me. That's funny.
Horny Van Halen,
Yes, horny Van Halen.
The Uncle Music Factory,
Oh.
and my last one is Now That's What I Call Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man, fuck 'em.
awesome.
No, I
Fuck 'em,
actually
dude.
like them, but I like that one album.
I mean, who doesn't like Guns N' Roses? It's
Yeah.
awesome. Hey,
I don't know why we
unrelated-
can't still do that. Why can't we still have that?
What do you mean?
like-
Liking someone who sucks?
Like, there's no like, what's a band now that's just like, we're gonna have a good, like, I don't know. Like,
We're gonna have a good
everybody's
time?
like, since Nirvana, it's no fun.
Oh, it all
Like, just a fun big rock band. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck? We
I
can't have
really
that
feel
anymore?
like hip hop picked up that torch in every
Yeah.
single way. Yeah. Hip hop and R&B and yeah, rock. And I think it's that like there's a lot of good like rock music out. Rock, I didn't want to use rock, alternative, indie, whatever. Singing based guitar music out there,
Yeah.
but it's not what makes it in the mainstream. The mainstream is this like arena emo. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Coldplay and fucking
Right.
what's the big Imagine Dragons? I don't know. We're
Yeah,
actually a little past all that, but yeah.
But I think people would, if everyone alive went to go see Top Gun, why not just a band that's like, remember these? Like this.
well,
Like,
but you're
why
talking
doesn't it
about
happen?
Buck Cherry. That's what you're talking about. but we've tried to do it and it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
We got to do it
I
in a
guess-
new way.
Yeah,
And
nobody
then
wants
that's why it's like stuff with a bunch of reverb where they're like I fought 10 orcs on the sun got popular for a while. And but yeah, and hip hop's great at it, at being pump you up
hip hop
fun
is
music.
the best.
I wonder, yeah. I don't know. I wonder, because just think about if Guns N' Roses came out now, how corny you would think it was.
But why is that bad? It was corny then, but everybody was like, "This is fine. This is fine."
I don't think it was corny then.
I
I think
it
everyone was
dude.
like, I wish I was them. Their life is badass. I think that's what everybody thought.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them, but I don't know. It seems like it's always seemed like that's that's your name. Your
Dude,
name's
oh yeah.
Axl Rose.
Yeah, totally.
You're wearing a kilt and it's nuts.
They're also a combination of two bands, LA Guns and Hollywood Rose. That's how they got their name. And they were just like Sunset Strip bands. And there are people, yeah, I don't know. I think it was earnest, man. I think people were like motorcycles and screaming at women and sex and alcohol
Yeah.
and breaking the law. They're all like, I want to commit crimes and drive fast.
Yeah.
And come out of my dick, And everyone was like, yeah, me too. I'm sick of this disco bullshit.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong, man. I don't mean to disagree with you. It's like, yeah, there's no fun. There's got to be a version of it, though. We haven't found it. We tried it all. Pop punk tried to do it. Pop punk's all about. It's sad.
Yeah.
And
And
then
there's too much. There's just too much access. Like, there's no band that could seem dangerous and like rock and roll when they got to get on Instagram and be like, "Oh, the first 10 people to
Yeah.
comment get free tickets to
Totally.
hey, so it's day 3 on the tour." But it's like, that's so lame. Like, you want them to be like kind of like wild animals, like a
Totally.
good rock band. You're like, what the fuck's gonna happen? There's just something that would suck. Thank you so much for coming out to this tour. It's been so great to connect. Fuck that. Fuck that.
I also think, yeah, it is funny to think about. We're talking about like this band being fun and we like the music, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Guns N' Roses, if they were out now, would have been canceled day one.
Oh my god.
Twitter would just be like, no, 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 no. Let's read y'all's
names.
responses. Yeah. So the
Good
game
ones.
this week was, what if Guns N' Roses was an emo band? And I don't know. I just feel like you're getting so good at this.
Yeah. This was great.
I doubled up on someone, by the way. I put a second from one person, the same person in here. It's on me. And so I'm sorry for the double. But I liked I like this name so much. Number 10, Space Bimbo at Dumb Space Bimbo said, "Panic and in the jungle." That's perfect. Oh, that's so funny.
I know. At Final Punch said, "Dude, where's my gun?"
Hell yeah, dude. At Turducken MRE said, "Little Axel Havoc and the Androgynous Misogynist."
That's a great name.
That's a really funny name.
I love it. It's just so fun to say. Little Axel Havoc and the Androgynous Misogynist.
Yeah.
At Bogdude said, and this is spelled the way you're supposed to say it in emo voice. Sweet child of mine.
Sweet child of mine. Child of mine.
It's like,
yeah,
why
dude.
do they talk like fucking Curly from the Three Stooges?
All of them, dude.
What is that voice?
Yeah,
I've never
totally.
understood that voice.
Dude, where's my car?
Dude.
No. I lost my skateboard at the mall. And here's the repeat one. At Dumb Space Bimbo again, taking /gun day.
What a good name.
Oh, that's funny.
Hell yeah. At Seth Mills said, appetite for depression.
Dude, that is fucking so clever.
Fantastic.
Yeah. At Schmitty402, tears and fears. Tears and fears.
Tears and fears.
Yeah, dude.
At a Swashbucko said, slash in the wrists.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
At Laundry Pants said, extremely sad and incredibly bad. Fuck, that's funny.
so good. And Ricky shit is at Devere as Jimmy Eat Gun. That's so silly and so dark.
It's
I
so
just really like it.
Yeah, it's great, dude. Thank
Yeah.
y'all so much. We're at What's It Pod on Twitter if you want to jump in and play this game with us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you're so funny. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, it's the best day of my life.
Yeah, what a fun episode, Caleb.
Yeah, dude. This is the best podcast in the world.
Yeah, that's right. And we're the greatest
Yeah.
people who ever lived.
Tell a friend and subscribe, click that thing that helps to subscribe
Yeah,
and give us a
rate
rating
us.
and yeah.
Review us, all that stuff.
Yeah,
And join on the Patreon if you want some more, and we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah. We love you.
Bye.
What's it called? What's it called?